Dear viewers, good morning. Here, consciousness is nothing but the self. According to Sri Ramana Maharshi, it is the answer to the question, who I am. I-ness. Consciousness is nothing but I-ness. In every being, from amoeba to human, in every cell, in every being, from amoeba to human, consciousness is there. Okay. It is not the part of mind or body. It is not the part of mind or body. Consciousness is not limited. It is not limited by the body. It is not limited by the body. It is pervading and shines in the mind and shines the mind through that in the parts of the body. But it is not limited by the body and mind. Try to understand this. And also, we can experience the consciousness when we have body and mind. Without mind and body also, consciousness is still there. So, everywhere it is. Consciousness is not with the body and mind. Without body and mind also, consciousness is still there. Is still there. Try to understand. But is still there. Therefore, we cannot experience it. Without mind and body, consciousness is still there. Therefore, we cannot experience it. It is there. Okay. When it shines in the mind, through which in the parts of body, then only we can experience it. We can experience it. Otherwise, we can't experience its reflections. Okay. I have told about consciousness. It's, what is that? How it is, how can we identify, how can we recognize, how can we realize? Sorry, the best word is realize. How can we realize it? I told you. Okay, that is consciousness. That consciousness is pervading. Okay, so that consciousness is, in other words, named as the self. And that is the answer to the question, who I am, who always says and became popular. Sri Ramana Maharshi became popular by this caption, who I am, that question. Because he used to, Sri Ramana Maharshi uses to speak about who I am. First, try to realize self, yourself. and then talk about other things. He always says like that. So it is that is consciousness. That same consciousness is called truth. Truth. It is satyam. Because truth, according to philosophy, the philosophers will use this better. They mostly use this truth, not consciousness. And religious people, all religious people, they they name this consciousness as God. So God, the religious people will say this, will name this consciousness as God. So according to, in the language of religion, it is God. In the language of philosophy, it is truth. And in Vedantas, it is infinite and eternal happiness. It is a bliss. It is eternal and infinite bliss. According to Vedanta, Paramananda, Brahmananda, they say like that. So whatever it may be, it is consciousness. Its nature is that. Its nature is that. Totally, entire the creation. So beyond that, that is there. It is not scientifically proved. It is not scientifically proved. The science is struggling for that. How to prove it? Because it is not proven. Science wants proofs. Without proofs, something is going on that is not in the limits of the science. I think never be known by science. All things by science only can be resolved is a foolishness. No, it is not like that. How it is possible? You see, I will tell you one thing. Some great Mahakavi, great poet, has written one poetry. Who will find the beauty of the poem? Who will find the beauty of the poem? We enjoy and we feel the bliss by listening to it. Can we understand by science? No. How it is possible? So beyond science, many things are there. Beyond science, many things are there. That is why this consciousness is also, it is also beyond science. Definitely 200%. It is beyond science. Science never can trace it, can never understand. Still, the science people, the researchers, and these who are in the medical field, they used to say, consciousness is the product of mind. Consciousness is the product of brain. Consciousness is the product of body, like that they used to say. It is 100% wrong. It is not the product of it. It is not the product of the body. It is not the product of the mind. Consciousness is not in the purview of mind and body. It is beyond. So, try to understand. Consciousness is the soul. Some people say, according to Vedanta, And according to Vedanta, eternal, infinite happiness, Brahmananda, Paramananda. According to philosophy, it is a truth, Satyam. According to religions, the various religions are there. They call it as God. It is known as God according to religion, like this. It has no form. It has no form. Science will work only on the research of science will be on the physical things, on the materialistic things, on the things outside, in the outworld. This is consciousness this is not material, this is not object. Therefore, the science will not work on it. The science will not work on it. It is the subject, it is not the object. It is subject, it is the subject, it is not the object. It is beyond the science. Science can never trace it, can never capture it, can never understand by the principles of science. Remember this. Therefore, we have to understand about consciousness. It is by the experience of the rishis, yogis, the great rishis in the ancient times, since the time immemorial. It is experienced. It is different from science. You have to understand that. Today, I try to explain about consciousness in my way of perception, according to my perception and according to the perceptions of Upanishads, and Mandukya Upanishad also will tell this one, and Vedas. These are the great and beyond science, greater and more better than science. According to that, from my angle of point, from my angle, what I have understood, I have told you. Try to understand this. Thank you very much to all my viewers.